Hello, welcome back to my channel. All right, one quick shuffle, split of the deck, and away we go. Okay, what message wants to come through for the collective spirit? Messages for their highest, greatest good. This is a confirmation, clarification, guidance, and or reassurance. Allow me to be a channel at this time for those messages. I think that's two. Okay, so we'll take them. We have the Four of Pentacles that flipped out. We have the Ace of Cups. I just heard sit back and watch the sit back and watch the magic happen. Watch the magic happen and flow to you. But interesting little message. I don't know. Don't want those. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling. Okay, let's get three more, please. Oh, very interesting, because this actually did just want to flip out, and when those cards were getting stuck, very interesting. We're going to take the one on the top, so that's Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles flipped out. Very nice. We have two aces. Okay. That's good. Ooh, picky. Okay. All right. So I don't want the ones below that. We're going to take the one that did flip over. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Six of Pentacles. I don't know why I feel like there's like a lot going on, like energetically, that just feels kind of back and forth. I'm not sure why. That's very interesting. I just heard the road less traveled. Taking the road less traveled. You might be like onto something or on a path in your life where you're going down a different path. You're doing something differently and it's unfamiliar to you. My OCD is like getting to me right now. Yeah, you might be doing something that's like not typical for you, and you're kind of going off the beaten path, like creating your own path or doing something differently. I am getting this feeling that there's something that someone here is desiring to move towards something, and in doing so, they're having to, I don't want to say give up something else, but they're having to walk away from things that had a sense of abundance or something that was stable but also holding you back. There's something that you want and you're taking action to because you're on this path of the road less traveled. You're going off the beaten path. So you're obviously finding yourself in a place where you normally wouldn't find yourself. You're already trying something new. So there's an element here of a new beginning. This could be you're on a path of love. You're looking for love, and maybe you're not actively seeking it, but you're taking a path that's leading you to that by taking a path towards a new beginning in like leading from your heart, wanting more for yourself. That's very like self-love oriented, is going to lead you down a path of actually meeting your person, because it's really pouring into yourself, through the unconditional love that you have for yourself is going to lead you down that path. There's also an element of moving in this way, doing something that's for you, that feels like really important. Something feels really important, like you're willing to put it all to rest, to put it behind you, to move forward, to walk away from something that was holding you back, and really move towards your dreams, move towards things that light you up, and they are going to build success. They are going to bring in this abundance of content and luxury and, having what you need. It didn't come without closing the door and walking away from things, not necessarily unfulfilling, but just things that were not allowing you to be in this energy mode of equal give and take. Like, you could be in a job for a long time or on a career path where you just felt like no matter what you did, you never really received what you felt like you were worthy of receiving. It never felt like equal give and take. You felt like you gave so much and never really received enough in return. That could be as simple as you're not receiving the salary that you expect to receive for like your position, your title, your experience, and always underpaid, right? It could be something like that. Or you're being held back in being promoted. It could be in your own business. It could be in something creative, but there's something here that was holding you back for a long time, and you are really kind of saying, you know what, this isn't serving me anymore, and I'm ready to walk away from it, to start something new that feels like it's going to be the beginning of a great, beautiful, solid, stable, giving energy, something that gives back to me because I am giving, like I'm starting something new that means something very personal to me. There's a element of self-love in this. Like, you're doing this because you know you have to. That's why I'm getting this feeling that's like, this is really important. Whatever this new beginning is, you made a really big decision or a hard decision. And this doesn't have to be a decision that's very outward, like everybody knows about it, everybody sees it. It could just be, this is such a personal decision for you that you've already made and you're taking action towards. Maybe it's not visible, maybe it's not seen, or you don't talk about it, but you know that you're already shutting the door on something that has been holding you. That was weird. I was going to say holding you hostage. It could be like something that's been holding you hostage. It could be your mind. It could be this belief system you had for a long time that kept you stuck. It kept you held back from really the potential of what you can absolutely achieve and create for yourself. This beautiful, abundant energy. You know that by taking this action, by moving towards this new, it's a beautiful new beginning, and it's very personal to you. Like, I really don't feel like people are aware of the deep decision you're making for yourself and the actions that you're taking, because you know that this is the only thing that's going to give you what you're looking for, is if you're able to give as much as you want to receive, right? If you're pouring into yourself and working towards your dreams, establishing yourself and rooting yourself in something really beautiful, walking away from things that don't serve you, but just something that's been kind of keeping you stuck, you know that you're going to receive what you deserve. It's your effort going in, it's your return coming out. The universe wants to reward you for following your heart and doing something that is going to lead you to this beautiful success. I do feel like there's something here that is very quiet. Like, I just feel like you are making a decision to do something. You already have made a decision. It could be that you haven't taken action yet, but you have already made the heart-led decision to just start something new and close a chapter and walk away on something that was keeping you kind of stuck or held back, to move towards something that is going to provide you that luxury, that content, that financial abundance. That this Knight of Pentacles is like a luxury card. This is, you have everything you need. Oops, sorry if you hear that. Maybe that's confirmation. If you heard that, there was a couple dings. Yeah, this is luxury. It's content. You have everything you need. You have all the finances. You can afford the nice things. You can go to the nice places and not have to stress about it. And so you know that taking this I don't even want to say risk. Don't feel like there's a risk here unless the Fool comes out. But like, I just don't feel like there's a risk here. I just feel like you finally made a decision that you know is going to lead you to the path of abundance and the lifestyle that you want to create for yourself, where this life that you had before was keeping you held back. It wasn't allowing you to really blossom and to really grow. And you know that better than anybody. And it could be that you've made this decision already and you're not talking to people about it, or it's staying you're keeping it on the down low because you know that it kind of, like you're saying, going off the beaten path, it's something that not many people would support you on, or maybe they would not take you seriously. But you know that it's better for you. Like 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, something that's been kind of, rigid and holding back and, not just sitting back and like not being able to progress forward in a sense. 6 of Pentacles is equal give and take. This is, I put in, I get return, I give to someone, they give back to me, and it's very balanced energy. And I feel like that's what you're moving into. There's something much more rewarding in this sense. All right, let's get another row, please. Whoa, beautiful. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups here and the Empress. That's a beautiful energy. Yeah, you're definitely following your creative urges. You are like, this is for me. This is what I want. Like, I know that this is where I'm meant to be and this is what I'm meant to be doing. You could be following a path of something that is familiar to you. Like something you're doing or starting new could feel familiar. Even if you haven't done it before, it could feel familiar because you've already done it in a previous life. If you believe in that, whatever. On this channel, we believe in that. So if it's either you feel like you've done this in another life, or you've done this before because you have, or you're doing it in another timeline, you're already doing it in this life. Or something from childhood that you actually used to do or used to feel connected to, and somehow it's been forgotten. And you might not actually remember that at all. There could be something here, an element of familiarity. It's just kind of within you to know what this is. We have the Sun card that popped out. This is happiness. And this is really what you're working towards. That complete happiness, abundance. Like, you're so excited. Number one, doing this is just so fulfilling, and it brings you so much happiness. It's almost like it helps create it's happy for you, but as you're giving to this and you're creating or you're putting into this, maybe it's giving to others and it's bringing them immense happiness as well. Because I feel like there's that equal give and take energy I feel like that's here in this energy, where whatever you're doing or whatever you're wanting to do is going to bring other people a lot of happiness, or, just joy even. But I feel like that ultimately you're creating a life of joy, content, and excitement. And you know that whatever this is, it's like in your best interest. You're the Empress in this. You're embodying that energy to really be creative and abundant by nature, really fertile in your ideas. It could absolutely be a pregnancy. Maybe a child is a family is something that you want to have, and you feel like that's going to really bring you that rich, abundant life that you just really want. Maybe you've always wanted to have a child and you're deciding, this is very specific. Maybe you're like, I want to have a kid, but you're not married and you don't want to get married, but you want to have a kid. Absolutely. Go get it. Like, there's nothing, if you want to be a single parent, man or woman, you want to go adopt, or you want to, have a, what are that? You go, I don't know what it's called, but you go actually get, you know what it is. You end up having a kid on your own because you have donor or something like that. Go get it. It's your life. Like, be happy and do the thing that you want to do. And I feel like that is something that, if people don't know you made that decision, like, do it for you because that feels right. And you just know in your heart that is something that you want. That is everything beautiful and nothing wrong with that. I personally, personal opinion coming out, I hate the mindset that you have to have somebody in your life to help support you, that you can't do it alone. You can absolutely do anything you want alone. It's just nice to have support, and you absolutely will have support and resources from family and from friends. And maybe you have a partner unconventionally, you're not married or whatever, who cares? your life, your experience. So go live it and be happy. Like, you're doing everything out of love, nothing out of hate. And that's how it should be. What do they preach? You know, right thought, right mind, right speech, live with the right intention, love unconditionally, forgive, have compassion. Those are all the morals, they're all taught, and all the things, you know. So that's, as long as you just live by those things, you're doing life healthy and right and beautiful. It's all that matters. You're just coming from a place of love, and that's really the best place that you can come from. So sorry, that was a little bit totally off. I feel like that was off topic, but particular that message. I kind of felt like if that is particular to you, you needed to hear a message like that to know that whatever you decide to do, as long as you do it from a place of love, self-love, love for others, what are you doing wrong in life, right? Like, you're not hurting anybody. Like, anybody who tells you you're doing it wrong and you shouldn't do that and you live in sin and, you know, it's like, live in a box if you want to live in a box. The world is gray, color spectrum, it's not black and white. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, but when you start to put those opinions and you start to put those ideas onto other people who are not of the same idea, like, just live with the right intention and treat people with kindness and compassion. You don't have to agree with their decisions. You don't have to support them, but you don't have to also beat them down. Like, just move on your way path. That is, I laugh about it because I just look at life, and I've experienced people in my own life that have tried telling me that I'm doing my life wrong and I'm gonna go to hell. And I'm just like, you know what? My beliefs are so open out there. I just try to love people and have compassion and understanding. And I don't care if you look different, act different, you know, believe different. It doesn't matter. As long as you show up in love, you're doing life the way life's meant to be done. And that is in love and out of love. And that's all that matters. Personal opinion, I might get total hate on this, but I really don't care. Nice thing is, it's my channel, and I can say kind of whatever the hell I want, and do whatever I want. But maybe somebody out there needed that message. So, the Fool. All in all, my faith, my belief system is love. Okay, that's where I come from. And then the Moon. I did say the Fool. The Fool comes out. This is taking a risk. I just totally saw people clicking off the channel. You know what? You're not supposed to be here. So, anyway, I don't know why I hung up on that. That's somebody else's. I think somebody else's energy here too is also just feeling really defensive on the decisions they want to make about their life and how they feel about that. And sweetness, whoever you are, you do you. That is all that matters. There's a very strong element of this coming through in this message. You operate from love, and that's all that matters. Okay, we will get off that. So the Fool, and I did say, if there is like this going off the beaten path and like almost like it doesn't feel like you're taking a risk, but you could be. Maybe you could feel like you're taking a risk because you're doing something unconventional, not typical, something that people would judge. With the Fool, it feels risky. You're planting the seeds for something that you really want to grow and nurture and build success on, and it may not look like what people think you should do, and fuck what people think you should do. They're not your people. You might feel as if you're taking a risk in that way, but you're following your heart here. You're following what you know is for you, is abundant by nature, and fills your cup. It lights up your heart. That is what's important. I do feel like with the Ten of Wands there in the Moon, this is definitely something that you have been taking maybe small action on, or not invisible. Yeah, kind of hidden action. You could also be finding yourself in a place where you're questioning yourself, right? Is this like the right thing for me to do? Is this really what I should do? And you're kind of having that crisis of faith that, am I doing it right? Am I taking the right steps? As long as you're doing what you love, and as long as you feel like this is what feels good, there's nothing that you're doing wrong. But I do also feel on the other side of that this is action or decision that you've already taken whether it's you've just decided it internally or you have taken action that's just not visible to everyone else, that there is something that you have decided to move towards and it's no one's seeing it. Like, it's really being hidden. And for good reason, right? Just do your life, do it, and then come out on top on the other end and have happiness, regardless of what your life looks like and what you decide to do, how you decide to live your life. When you're happy, you're winning. That is it. When people want to shit on your life or your decisions or how you decide to live your life, and you're happy and you're abundant, regardless of what it looks like, take a good look at their life. What are they doing day to day? What are they doing that fills them up? Are they even happy? They're probably not happy. A lot of people are so miserable deep down because they're not following their heart. Following your heart feels like a risk. It feels scary as fuck. Like, anything you do that follows your heart, that feels vulnerable and it's going to feel risky and feel scary. So just know that anybody who doesn't support your happiness, because that's all that matters, is not your people. And I don't care how close they are. I don't care if they're blood related. They're not your people. Your family is not just your blood family. Like, you got to remember that your family are the people who truly love you, embrace you, and support you in whatever you do, as long as you do it from the goodness and kindness of your heart, and you show up, you treat people, do unto others as you would do. Do unto others as you would do unto yourself, or whatever the saying is, right? Don't go shitting on people if you don't want to be shit on. It kind of says a whole lot about some people. 5 of Swords. I think there's a feeling of self-doubt here. And I think that what I'm getting here is that you need to be reminded that regardless of what you do, like, you're going to have, your ego's going to pop in and you're going to hear the chatter of what everyone else would think or say about your life. Even your own inner critic, right? Your own inner dialogue telling you that's not going to work. Like, you'll never be successful, or you won't be happy, or it's going to be a risk and you're going to fail, or, what are people going to say? Let people talk. Let people give you their energy, right? Good and bad, it doesn't matter, because they're giving their power away by focusing on you. So I think that there is an element of chatter here, or not gossip, but per se. I mean, of course, that's going to happen regardless. You don't have control over that. But self-doubt, just, is this the right path? Am I on the right path? Am I doing the right things? Like, just remember, like, where your heart is at, where you're coming from, and what feels right, what feels good, what brings you peace, what brings you happiness. Because the self-doubt and the inner critic's always going to be there. It's your ego. It's going to try to protect you based on conditioning and programming and lifestyles by a society that has been, put onto us for eons. Eons? Probably ages, eras, whatever. Yeah, I think that's always going to be there. And I think that it's on you to remind yourself what you're worthy of, what you're deserving of, and the life that you want to create for yourself. It's for nobody else to decide what you should do, how you should show up, and what that looks like. Like I said, when you're happy and you're building success, it doesn't matter what you decide to do, what you create, how weird, unorthodox is what comes from. It is. People will crap on you when you are happy because people are jealous. That is it. Like, it just makes me, like, I always think so much about YouTube. And as a YouTube viewer of a lot, I see so many crap comments on channels that are doing amazing. But if you've ever been creative, if you've ever been bold to take a risk towards something that you're passionate about, that is unconventional. I'm an example, doing tarot on YouTube. Not everybody believes in this, and I absolutely have people in my life that would totally crap on me and tell me that's silly, that's nobody believes in that, which is bullshit. There's like a billion people in this world who absolutely support tarot, because there's channels out there that have like almost 1 million subscribers. And when you see people comment on YouTube channels and videos that are mean and harsh, you're like, if you've ever been a creative in your life, a singer, an artist, an actor, a designer, a tarot reader, anything that comes from your heart and makes you vulnerable because you're showing up and taking that risk, anybody who's a creator understands the fear, the doubt that creeps in when you take those risks to really show up. And those people are the people that will support you, that will see you and go, I was there once and I know exactly how that feels, because they feel it even to this day. Nobody gets over that fear. Sharing my messages, for example, on my channel is always scary, because I'm always saying there's going to be someone out there who might crap on the video. But you know what? Thank you for the comment. It just helps my channel grow. Regardless of what you say, you give your power away because you're unhappy and you have all the time in the world to shit on my video. You know, I'm sorry you feel so sad. It's just one of those things. It's always a reflection of them. Remember that the direction you want to take in life and what you want to do is up to you, and there will always be haters. And as long as you're pursuing happiness, and the more happiness you achieve and success, you will have more and more haters. If you have haters, you are doing it right. Unless, of course, you're an asshole, then you should have haters. So that's the message that I have. I'm sorry if this message was a lot more personal or had too much of an essence of a personal story to add. I felt like this message was very particular to someone who was very uncertain about the actions that they want to take in their life. Something that is pushing them in a direction that they've never been. And it's always scary. The reassurance and the guidance I think already came through is that follow your heart and keep going, and don't give in to what people have to say, or people telling you what you should do, or what it looks like, or how that's going to affect people. Who cares how it affects anybody, as long as your intention with it is coming from the right place, right? You're there to create, you're there to provide, you're there to express, you're there to love, and that's what matters. Not everybody's going to vibe with you. Not everybody's going to be on your level. Not everyone's going to be on the same frequency. Those who are meant to stay in your life and support you will stick around and will support you and see you grow and be there the whole way through. And those that aren't will fall by the wayside. And we let those ones go. Let those ones go. So I hope that the guidance here, or maybe even the inspiration here to just keep following your path, really comes through in this message. Again, I feel like I should apologize if this had too many elements of personal story, but sometimes the way that I help people feel seen and validated is by sharing like maybe something more personal to me that is a relating story. That's how I relate to people. And that's honestly kind of the messages I love to share and connect with people is through that way, or that means. As long as you feel seen and validated, and there's an essence of support and encouragement to keep going, or guidance that comes through that you feel you can get value from, that's what means the most to me, and that's what's important to me on this channel. And I hope that comes through in this message. And on that note, we'll leave the message there and we'll close out the reading. So if you liked this message, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below how it resonated for you, if it did. And if you didn't like this message, leave a hate comment. I don't really give a fuck. You just help my channel grow. And if you want to give it a thumbs down, give it a thumbs down. I really don't care, because that's not going to stop me from showing up. Or just unsubscribe or don't subscribe and click off and just forget I exist. Even better. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, or have, subscribe and hit the notification bell, just so you don't miss anything in the future from me. I really hope that some of these messages that I give can kind of evolve to being more channeled messages. I really love channeling in general, and I'm growing my own gift here on YouTube to be able to just purely channel messages that come through versus purely relying on tarot or oracle cards in a sense. I love just channeling messages and whatever wants to come through. So I hope that this message was helpful for some of you, all of you, or at least one of you out there. And if it was, that is all that matters to me. That is the point of me showing up. So on that note, I hope that you enjoyed this message. Thanks for watching, and until next time.